In this video, I'm going to talk about CIS30A Lab 2 Exercise 25. And in this exercise, Maria is saving for her vacation. The first year, she saved $200, $320, $180, $210, $175, and $305. In the second year, Maria is able to save $550, $285, $195, and $410. We are to use Python to be able to total up and each of the year savings and determine which year Maria saved the most. And we cannot use the sum method, so we would have to implement loops for this particular program. So to start, we can take a look at our program. So I have year 1, Y1 is representing year 1, and it's a list, and we would include the savings that she completed in the first year. Y2 represents year 2, and we would include the savings that Maria had for year 2. And so I broke this into two options. The first option to address this is that we would initialize the sum of year 1 at 0, the sum of year 2 at 0. We would then have a for loop to be able to access the list of year 1, and we would have it as a running sum using the for loop. So sum of year 1 is sum of year 1 plus I. Next, we would have the for loop for year 2, and we would repeat the same process for year 2. Sum of year 2 is sum of year 2 plus I. Then we would then need to check to see which year she saved the most. So we would have to implement an if statement. If year 1, the sum of year 1 is greater than the sum of year 2, then we would print Maria saved more in the first year. Else, we would print Maria saved more in the second year. Another way that we can address the second part, the last part of the program, is option 2. We would use the if statement, and if we're able to use the sum method, which we're not allowed to use it in this case, it had asked us not to use the sum method. But if you use the sum method, you can then check to see which one is greater, and you can print. So without using the sum method, we have to implement the for loop and do a running sum for each year. That means we're going to total up each of the element up to be for the year 1 and the year 2, and compare it to see which one is higher. And this illustrates Lab 2 Exercise 25, which is the last exercise in the set. I'm expected to receive screenshots of code and output for every single program. And I hope that you had a wonderful practice doing this. For the other questions that I didn't go over, please look at my lecture videos. That's going to help you understand how to write them, and sometime I actually go over the program itself in my lecture. Thank you for watching. See you next time.